Day 18, It Comes at Night. Let's go. It Comes at Night was released in 2017. Secure within a desolate home as an unnatural threat terrorizes the world, a man has established a tenuous domestic order with his wife and son. Then a desperate young family arrives seeking refuge. This was produced by A24, and naturally from A24, I'm almost destined to check out everything they make. The trailers for this hit really hard, and once it was released in theaters, there was sort of a mixed consensus because some people felt that the trailers were misleading, other people felt that it told the perfect amount. I was kind of on the side of people that felt like the trailers showed enough and didn't really mislead me in any direction. I saw this in theaters with my wife, and she was gracious enough to tag along with me. She is not really an A24 girl. We left the theater, I was satisfied, and she really was not. As soon as the pandemic started in early 2020, we decided to give it another watch at home, and I loved it even more the second viewing, and so did she. Knowing what she'd already seen and being able to give it a rewatch and look for different things, it affected her a lot more, which I'm really hoping if you don't like it on the first viewing, you give it a second chance as well, because there's some more things to see if you missed it the first time. However, I recommend going into this movie as blind as possible. So if this is your first time hearing about this, don't watch the trailer going in. If you watch my review for it before you watch it, I will have some pictures in here, but I'll try not to really include anything that I would consider a spoiler. This movie is crafted perfectly for the message that I think it's trying to deliver. It's very bare bones, and you get a sense for that immediately. The opening sequence is very tone heavy, and I think starts off on a pretty intense foot. The tone that is established at the beginning of this movie, Joel Edgerton carries it for the rest of the movie with ease. This man has delivered some great performances, Warrior most notably, but fuck, he's so good in this, and I think it's coming from a parental standpoint now. I think I can identify with his performance in this a little bit better. And the rest of the cast is great too, especially, I guess you could call it like a co-lead, played by Christopher Abbott, who also has done fantastic in everything else I've seen him in. The location and the camera work really double down and instill that notion of isolation. Middle of the woods, dark, long, drawn-out shots. And I think really this movie just showcases the horror that humans are actually capable of. And it's ironic that I rewatched this in a pandemic, and there's something sort of similar going on in this. And I guarantee that people in America would act publicly the way that they acted in this film. I feel like that was a good reflective moment of our society, kind of holding a mirror up and forcing us to see what we can become. It really showcases the nihilism, I guess the primal nature that we all possess, and given the right situation, it can come out. Again, please go into this as blind as possible. If you want to stream it, unfortunately I could not find anywhere where it's free, so if you do want to check this out, use your own methods, or if you want to pay, I'm sure it's $2 or $3.99 to rent it, cough up a couple bucks, because it's a heavy film and it's worth a watch. I appreciate you guys. Stop back tomorrow for day 19. Peace.